let's be patient and intelligent. I can't tell you what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. I can just tell you what's happening in my life, and how I'm observing and analyzing and processing the information. Right? And so I can't tell you for sure, who can make heads or tails out of any of the crazy bullshit on TV. Watching the Kimmel monologue, watching the news, listening to the president and that human being in El Paso that fancies himself the border czar. Yeah, I can't tell you what's going on in their little fucking heads. I don't know. Okay. As I'm sitting there watching the National Junior College Championship, right? And the kid, the coach in Trinity Valley, right, used to be the coach here. And I talked personally with his kids. And some of them were some pretty good kids. The one kid I met from Sierra Vista, what was his name again? I can't remember. He was a sweet kid. Okay. Some pretty good kids. Things just went horribly wrong because of the stupidity of this military culture and the insanity of invasive technology that makes people feel powerful because they can manipulate. So, and I don't know if Greg Heyer knows who the fuck I am or do I exist or can make heads or tails out of anything intelligent or say or think anything intelligent outside of his bank account. And you're like, but your money's not real. Okay. Right? So you have these people and they will get up every day and drive in a car to a profession, okay, causing heart disease, causing cancer, killing people. Then people will drive to a building they call a church and they'll all pray to their alter ego they call Jesus and say, Jesus, help deliver us from this evil. Guide these physicians, get us the right medication to survive our Crohn's disease or HIV or, all the stuff that's happening in our environment that's disgusting because we're still living the disgustingness of conflict over money with technology, right? And you're like, what? And you get a lot of people now. I tell people, okay, that I've examined the evidence, and I've known this my whole life through conversations I've had with Jesus in my head. Okay, that there's eternal spirit of a man, and there's a body that provides life for that spirit, and for a man named Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John, and I'm that man. Okay, and I tell everybody that's who I am. All right. And then I get people that will sit and tell me, you're crazy, you're not God, you're not Jesus. I said, Jesus never said he was God in the Bible. If you go read the Bible and the Quran and the Book of Mary, he's a molecular structure for a consistent eternal spirit that's a faithful man that teaches us how to have faith in God, who's omnipotent and omnipotent. Okay, so if you're saying that Jesus is God, then you're saying you're Jesus. Okay, and you're saying you crave to be omnipotent and omnipotent. I don't want to be omnipotent and omnipotent. I don't want to know what happens in your bedroom. I don't want to watch sex in your house. I don't need to pay money for the internet to have a camera from a NASA satellite watching you have sex with your wife or your girlfriend or your secretary in your office or your house. I don't want to know. I just want to live free from debt and trespass and have the freedom of the Gospels. Well, because I'm an intelligent human being, right? And I'm obnoxious, and I'm very obnoxious, okay? And I think it's absolutely awesome, okay, that the spirit of Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John has such an excellent sense of humor, okay, can be very obnoxious when people are obnoxious to him and throw it back at them without being a complete narcissistic, vicious, vindictive, vengeful jerk. I think it's neat that he can roll with it, baby. You know what I mean? That I'm very, whoa, You insult the living fuck out of me for being a good person, and I correct you, and then you hate me for it. And I can be gracious about it and say, are you sure you don't want to believe in the real spirit of Jesus Christ and have faith in an omnipotent, omnipotent God and trying to be an omnipotent, omnipotent God yourself, Stephen Hawking Jr.? Theory of nothing, everything? Okay. I think it's funny myself, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting there watching the National Junior College Championship and stuff. I don't care who wins. You know, you are kind of pulling for the team that's a 17 seed, and the coach's wife just passed away from cancer. There was like a sentimental thing to kind of vote for the quote underdog kiddos, right? But I don't really care who wins. I'm just kind of sitting there going, okay, kids are playing a game for money, for advertising, because we need to sell more ice cream, insurance, and drugs so people can psychologically attempt to survive the psychosis of the home invasions, of the manipulations through the technology and the monies, right? You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys can, because I think I explained it enough to where the dumbest MFer in a trailer park who will try to bake crack cocaine and sell it to his neighbors to have what he perceives as a better lifestyle, to buy more equipment to tear up his environment and cause more cancer through that equipment in his local community will pull his head out of his NASCAR "this is fun" ass, right? You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it for a long time. And I'm Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. You can hear the NASCARs revving up in the background of my family reunions. I mean, for crying out loud, if anybody can be critical of his own people, his own culture, and his own... Hello! McBurger, McFly, is anyone home? And I can't help but look at myself in this camera and say to myself, you know, dang it, Earl, it sucks that these people are so Book of Job and Jonah mean to you. You know, you if it was left up to you, you'd be so much healthier. You'd be so much more well-loved, well-affectionated, well-romanticated. And I wouldn't have to have those videos, you know, you might want to masturbate if you're older. It's good for your health. Really. Okay. It's hard for me to masturbate to make it good for my health because I know I'm going to have to wake up tomorrow and see your lying fucking face trending on media saying we need more money for me to fuck. Okay? So don't send professionals on YouTube to tell me what to do to be physically fit or mentally capable or healthy. Okay? Or I will kick you in the dick and the vagina so hard your bank account will feel it. Anybody else feeling like a border czar today? Okay. How about a Yahoo? How about a mule named Francis? Okay. Or a physicist named Steven. Or a astrophysicist named Neil. Okay. Come on, all you Armstrongs, get your shit together. We got to go to the moon. We need to make more money, right? So stop being an ass. Okay. Jennifer Gardner, you know. I also own a business, and then I get to go and stay in airport lounges where I fly around in a tube full of demons, leaving chemtrails all across El Paso to put chemical in the rain, so there's petroleum in the snow. Well, you could get used to this. Not me. Lord's Prayer, all or nothing at all. You need to. Papa John's your capital One. Off the face of the planet. We can all live the Lord's Prayer and love one another and share food without money. Okay? Do you understand me? Okay. We're going to load this one up. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing it. I don't understand any of you that are famous and making gain and doing the so it smells good, and the little brown girl with the cute little face sits there and goes, oh, this is my wonderful stuff. I want all my clothes to smell like this. I want you to live a life free from abuse, indoctrination, institutionalization, indoctrination, and incarceration. Well, because I love you. My heart's an open door. Hey, Stevie B, I know. Okay, I love you guys, all right? Okay, peace. Don't hang in there. Get your shit together. Clean out your colon of all your crap, asking for money and fucking fight for money, so we can have the most beautiful Kleist colonic in the history of Feed the Pig commercials. They're so stupid. I know, and so are you. I still love you. Well, life's eternal and grace is infinite. So the only way to help you stop being stupid and be faithful is to love you. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep it up. Because you can't fight for peace. That's just retarded. And you can say you're a lover, but if you're fighting over money, you're not a lover. Okay, I am. Thank you. I know. It's okay. Just go live the Lord's Prayer. Just go live the Lord's Prayer. Go do it. Okay. I need peace and love and affection and romance and intimacy. And I need freedom from mean people with money who say they love people and really don't. It's okay. I'm a good person. I'm very patient.